I gave the room a good once-over to see if I could spot anything I missed as a child. To my delight, I did. There was a boulder in the room. As a kid, I probably thought it was a chair or something, considering I had never really played Pokemon before. The boulder was on the right side of the room, against the wall. Naturally, I had Scyther use Strength, and I was able to move it. I walked up to the spot on the wall that the boulder was in front of and hit the A button. A text box came up and it just said, Dark. Every time I hit A, it would just say, Dark. What the hell is happening? I thought for a second and remembered that Scyther knew Flash. I used it near the wall where the boulder had been. The path became lit. A seemingly miraculous exit had been found. I grew less unnerved and more excited as I walked this almost endless hallway that was just big enough for my character to squeeze through. I finally came to a lit light at the end of my tunnel, as if I was exiting a cave rather than a house. I walked through, and where did it bring me? I ended up on the side of the house that looked like Pallet Town. Mind you, my house looked to be of normal size, void of any protruding extensions on the side where the hallway would have been. This was odd, but I just shrugged and kept playing. There was also no way to get back in the house, seeing as there were no doors. I walked around a bit and found that there were no doors on any of the buildings. It was a ghost town. Aside from what looked like Professor Oak standing in front of his lab where the door should have been. I tried talking to him, but a text box came up every time with ... This made me feel on edge, but I marched on. The only logical thing left to do was head up to Viridian City, so I started towards the grass. Before I could even touch the grass, Professor Oak came up from behind me. What do you think you're doing? It's too dangerous for you and your Pokemon. A battle sequence started. Was I really going to battle Professor Oak? Sure enough, I was. The sprite for Oak was strange. He was looking down at the ground, and the expression on his face made him look as though he were troubled somehow. Oak sent out a level 5 Squirtle, and I obviously sent out my level 25 Scyther. The Squirtle sprite looked the same as Oak, troubled, and looked down. I beat it quickly, and Oak said, "Don't go!" He then sent out, unsurprisingly, a troubled level 5 Charmander. I beat him quickly as well. Oak restated, "Don't go!" He then sent out none other than a level 5 and equally troubled Bulbasaur. I finished him off and the battle was over, but not before Oak came on the screen one last time to say, "Don't go." Professor Oak stayed there near the grass, silent as I walked off towards Viridian City. Once he was out of sight, a text box popped up, probably from Oak, with the words, "I beg of you, do not leave. You won't be able to return." Unmoved by Oak's words, but unnerved by the creepiness of what I was now convinced was a hacked game, I pressed on towards Viridian City. Before I could reach my destination, the light illuminating my way disappeared. It became darker and darker until it was pitch black. Just as it became pitch black, I ran into a wild Pokemon. From this point forward, I will refer to this Pokemon simply as the Invisible. It was at level 100 and I had no sprite or name. I was unable to fight it because every time I would choose one of Scyther's moves, it would say, "Scyther is too scared to move." I would run away from the battle and attempt to move, but I would find myself running into the Invisible again. Before I could even take one step, I was stuck. This happened about another 5 times before I finally decided to stay still and think. What if I use Flash? I had Scyther use Flash, only to find my path to Viridian City dimly lit with a dark green tint. I continued and the Invisible seemed to have vanished. I finally made it to Viridian City, or at least a dark green dimly lit version. As soon as I stepped foot into the town, a text box popped up that said, Viridian City. Stay forever and enjoy the gym. What the fuck? Stay forever and enjoy the gym. I tried walking back from where I'd came, but there was an invisible wall. I tried walking forward only to find another invisible wall at the tip of the town. Oak was right. I could neither return nor leave Viridian City. I calmed down a bit and explored the town. Much like Pallet Town, the buildings had no doors except for the gym. The only person in town was the old man who teaches you how to catch Pokemon. Avoiding the old man, whom I'd found creepy even in the normal Pokemon games, I tried the gym. It was locked. I walked all around town and inevitably I had to talk to the old man. Reluctantly, I did so. Hey, so you want to catch Pokemon, do you? You want to become a Pokemon Master, defeat the powerful trainers at the Pokemon League, and enjoy an endless life of solitude? I was then given a choice, yes or no. Endless life of solitude. I chose no. Well then, stay forever and enjoy the gym. The hell? I can't enjoy a locked gym. I spoke to him again and found the same exact script, only this time I chose yes. He said, well then, you are well on your way to becoming what you've always wanted to be, but first, come with me. I will introduce you to a true Pokemon Master. He walked me to the gym and stood near the entrance. I tried to speak with him again, but it wouldn't work. I guess he wouldn't be introducing me to anyone. I tried the gym once more. This time I could walk in. I was slightly nervous, but I thought to myself, it's only a hacked game made by some mentally unstable Game Freak worker or something. Only part of me believed that, while the rest of me believed this game was more sinister than that. I hoped it wasn't the latter. I found my character inside darkness. The gym was pitch black. I had Scyther use flash, and the room became dimly lit, with a dark green tint as I had expected. The gym was nothing like the complicated maze it was in Red. Here, it was just a small room. At the tip of the room was what looked like Giovanni. I walked over to him and hit the A button.